Hello everyone, my name is Danish Buns and welcome back to another exhilarating game of Starcraft 2. Today I'm going to switch it up a bit and actually not show you a game of Zerg, but rather a game of Terran. Today our hero will be none other than Mr. Row the Boat. What a gentleman and a scholar. Our nemesis, however, will be, undoubtedly, the enemy, Feskb. Because that's a name, apparently. I'm going to randomly choose 6 letters, and I'm going to capitalize 3 of them randomly. I don't know what that's all about, but Feskber will be our enemy today. Now, I really haven't shown much Terran because I'm awful at it, so I thought I'd grab this game and show you some standard beginnings to Terran. This is, of course, if you're very noob to the game. As you can see, standard wall-off going for both players. They want to make sure no one can get in and creep on their SCVs, watch them while they're showering. That's just, it's not polite. It's also very disturbing. But really nothing too impressive right now. The barracks is a little delayed on our nemesis right now, and as we can see, both of them are really clicking away with hero APMs, just 16 a minute. They've been clicking so vigorously. Congratulations. But we don't have a Rax coming out for our enemy yet. We do have one for Mr. Rowe. He's got his Rax out. He's perfectly walled off. He's ready to just continue mining, gathering those minerals. As you can see, he slightly outpaces our enemy, but not by much. Now this is interesting. We're noticing that a Rax is going up a little bit of ways. Both players haven't scouted each other either, which, you know, really isn't too good, because if one of the players does something insane like what Feskb is about to do, then, well, then you're really in trouble. Thankfully, Row the Boat eventually decides to venture out of his safe cocoon and explore the wonderful, deadly, lethal world that is around him, and he travels awkwardly to capture that point and just check out what's going on with his opponent. As you can see, his opponent really hasn't done much. He hasn't really placed these too awesomely. He's got his racks out and he's not training anything. So this leads us to wonder, you know, what is Feskbr gonna do? What is he gonna do? Oh, builds it in time, builds the 4 depots. That's good for him, but really doesn't give us a sign as to what he's going to... What's this? What's he doing? He's doing nothing because he is completely noob. As we continue to watch the game, my voice will randomly change because I feel the need to do it. Factory going down. We're actually going to see another Rax go down for Mr. Rowe as he tries to get up a decent-sized military, and I think you may have seen it on your map. Oh no. What is this? What is this? What is he doing? First of all, I'd like to note that Feskber hasn't scouted at all. I'm sure if you watched some of my other videos, you would remember how important and destructive scouting is. So he hasn't scouted at all. He's just randomly built this Rax here. So interesting starting play. He is gathering more minerals than Mr. Row the Boat, but he hasn't detected anything. And as we can see, Row the Boat has. He's scanned him. He knows what's going on, and he notices that there's no Rax here. Now that's a bad sign. That's always a bad sign. If your opponent isn't building an army, that usually means something awful, something heart-wrenching is about to happen. But, you know, let's not worry about it until it comes. But we can see Row the Boat continuing to do his standard play. Really hasn't filled out his base enough, but, you know, that's fine. I do that way more often than he does. He's got a Hellion, he's got some Marines. He's moving productively towards his objective. And we can see Feskber. Feskber is going for a push. He's going to try and punish his opponent. He is ready to pound them into the ground, metaphorically. Of course, that's implied. He's not going to actually grab a hammer and smack you on the head until your body is encrusted with dirt and other... Okay, I'm going to stop that right there. We can see Mr. Row the Boat continuing to gather more minerals, continuing to build up an army. He's going to try and get Metaphax with that starport to support his Marine Marauders. which he isn't going for right now, but he's going to do it eventually. Can you tell I watched this game preemptively? Probably not. Got a small unit of Marines here, really nothing too impressive. And we can also see that his base remains heavily undefended. He's really not doing much, and he hasn't even bothered to take this tower. Now, the important thing about towers is that they can give you a lot of visual information on the battlefield and actually tell you when your opponent is going to move out for an attack, try and deal some damage. Just generally try and be awful. That's the benefit of it, right? So you usually want to capture those, but, you know, Fasper doesn't need to. Fasper's too good. He's sitting there, he's leaning back, he's drinking some drink, and he's thinking, man, this road boat, I'm gonna run him to the ground with my push, with my random barracks in the middle of the map push. It's a thing I invented on my own. It's a strategy. It's a 10-minute, 20 Marine rush, and it's gonna work. Trust me. Trust me. I know what I'm doing. I'm not awful at this game. And so we put all our faith in Fasper. As we can see, roll the boat, sneakily going for a medevac drop. Pretty interesting. And this base is not defended whatsoever. Fasper takes the 2 Marines that he had defending it and ships them out. And as you can see, going for reactors or canceling them because he needs to do things. And oh, what's this? Roll the boat drops into his base, begins dealing heavy damage, and because Fasper was so determined to punish him, he knows he has to attack. He knows he has to attack, and Fasper goes and moves up and doesn't realize that first he misclicks awfully and just randomly positions them here. But he knows, he's thinking, oh, I gotta punish this row the boat here. I gotta punish him. Oh, he doesn't have an expansion. This guy's a noob. Let's get this. Let's do this. I'm ready. He hasn't walled off. This guy's horrible. He doesn't have a base. He didn't have a base. Well, that's embarrassing. You know, Fasper, if you're out there, that I feel some level of sympathy for you. But I really don't know, you know, how do you counter this push? That's a good question, Danish. How would you, as a Terran, counter this push? You would put your army right here, you know, right here, you know, anywhere in the vicinity of, you know, where you're mining, trying to gather minerals, because those are important things for victory. And not build random racks in the middle of the map and send your units to a random position in the exterior of the map thinking that obviously is going to be there. It couldn't be anywhere else. And of course, this dude's accent has changed twice since I started this video, but it's fine. It's fine. This is his push. You know, it was just this one time that happened. That worked like 2 other times beforehand. Obviously, he isn't just randomly doing this. This is obviously planned, skillful strategy. If none of you can hear my sarcasm in that voice that I am doing, then you should probably stop watching my videos. Anyways, that's it for me. My name is Danish Buns. I will see you next time.